Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you people are doing good. Students, we have started your chapter number 2 of microeconomics, that is consumers behavior and equilibrium. Okay, so in that we have discussed about the concepts like utility analysis and two laws, that is law of diminishing marginal utility and law of equi-marginal utility. Today students, we are going to learn about the calculation or the concept of utility, how we have calculated that we have did. Okay, I have given you a concept of cardinal utility. Today we are going to discuss about the two types of utility measurement, that is the cardinal utility and ordinal utility. Okay, so in that we are going to discuss about that how the utility, okay, that is the satisfaction of a consumer. Okay, it can be measured or it cannot be measured. There are different economists, okay, who has given the different theories according to their research, okay, according to what they have analysis. So we are going to discuss today the concept of cardinal and ordinal utility. What are the details of that are that we are going to discuss. So for that, let's just see first the video.
Cardinal and ordinal approach budget set.
So basically here what? We have to learn about the cardinal and ordinal utility with the budget set. Now what is budget set? Okay, so budget is what the given resources which we are having. Okay, like for example I am having 500 rupees. So that is my budget. Okay, and in that how much goods or the commodity I have to purchase for satisfying my needs, that I have to choose, that is the behavior of consumer. Okay, so we are going to discuss about that all things only here. Okay,
ABC company wants to set up a new production facility. As they try to expand, they want to know how much will be the consumer demand and what price. Similar questions needs to be tackled by every businessman. There are two approaches that are often used to understand and estimate demand. Customer demands a product because customer derives utility from the product. A measurable attribute can help us measure utility value of the product. The utility value is a number, and like a number series, these numbers can be added, subtracted, multiplied and compared. In this series, each number is obtained by adding 1 to earlier number, and the relationship between any two numbers is exactly known. These numbers are thus cardinal numbers. Whenever we use cardinal approach, the associated utility values will have an exact relation. So, utility value of 20 is twice as much as utility value of 10. So I want to start a shop that serves cold drinks on hot summer days. I prepared 5 samples and check how many people picked a sample. I get values like this: 5, 5, 20, 30, 10. Then we can say that the syrup in glass 4 will get sold 6 times to that of syrup in the first and second glass. This is cardinal approach or utility approach towards study of demand.
yes, so here now the first of all the concept is given about the cardinal utility approach. Okay, so here what happened, that there are the 5 different samples of the soft drink. Okay, so what is this now? As it is there for selling purpose, the consumers will demand. So consumer will demand the different types of this drinks. Okay, so when the consumer will consume this, they will drink it. So there will be some satisfaction level which they will reach. Okay, so how we are going to measure that? That is the concept of cardinal utility. According to this approach, it is saying that satisfaction level can be measured in numbers. So So it is that the consumers are getting more satisfaction while purchasing or spending the money to this third and fourth kind of drink. Okay, so that means what? In simple terms, you understand that cardinal utility approach is the concept in which it is said that the satisfaction level can be measured, okay, in numbers. We can express our satisfaction level for consuming any kind of goods in numbers. So according to this approach, the utility can be measurable. Okay, so it is what the concept of cardinal utility is, and we have already talked about this in the many times previous videos. Okay, let's just see the next detail.
But is it always possible to measure utility exactly? And do we need to measure it accurately? Ordinal approach considers that utility may not be measured, but it can be compared. So instead of assigning a number, we just assign a rank. Instead of counting numbers, we just ask opinions from the users about which syrup they liked most, and the next, and so on. Soon, we can get a rank order. It says that syrup in glass 4 is liked most, but we do not claim about how much more as compared to runners-up.
Yes, students. So now the different approach of the utility has came. So this is what ordinal utility is saying, that it is not right, accurate, or necessary that it's like every time it is possible to measure our satisfaction level. Why? Because okay, what satisfaction level I am getting while consuming one drink of one glass of this soft drink, and what you are getting, this is the different things. Okay, so and every time it's not like right that I will just express that all in numbers. So ordinal utility approach is saying that the satisfaction level cannot be measured in numbers, but we can compare it. Okay, we can compare the 5 drinks, that which one is the best. Okay, afterwards what will be the second rank, which is like afterwards following, and which is the least one. Okay, so here in ordinal utility approach, it is saying that satisfaction level cannot be measured in numbers, but it can be given in ranks. Okay, so there can be a comparison between the different goods consumption level and what the satisfaction is derived by the consumers, that can be expressed in ranking manner. So here it is saying that the different ranks were given to the different types of drinks, and in that way they have expressed the satisfaction level towards this all products. Okay, so this is what the concept of ordinal utility is all about. The satisfaction level will be measured in terms of ranking. It will be compared to each other, but that cannot be expressed in numbers, whereas cardinal utility approach say that the satisfaction level can be measured in numbers. So this is only the basic key differences. Both are talking about the expression of the satisfaction only, but cardinal utility approach is saying that the concepts about this cardinal utility approach, that the satisfaction level can be measured in numbers, but in ordinal utility analysis, what it is saying, that the satisfaction level can be compared to each other and it can be expressed in ranking method. Okay, let's just see the next detail.
When a customer has the choice of buying various products having different utilities, how will the customer decide quantities for each? In my shop, I want to sell pastries as well as sandwiches. If a customer walks in with some money, I want to make sure he spends all the money. Sandwiches are sold at 40 rupees per plate and pastry is sold at 20 rupees per plate. If a customer walks in with 200 rupees, we can create a table that shows how the customer can spend all 200 rupees. Same can be shown as a graph, which is also called as budget line. The area to the left of the line shows that customer has spent less than his budget. So if he buys 3 sandwiches and 3 pastries, he has not spent all the money he intended to spend. So I need to have more variety in my shop.
is saying the concept of the budget line, okay, and the budget set. So budget set, I have told you that it is the proper given amount of resources or money a consumer is having for spending it into the different goods what they need, okay. Like everybody is having the budget now in every month, okay. The salary holding persons get the salary at the beginning of the month, okay, or at the end of the month, depends on the different companies. So they are getting an exact amount at in a month only, once in a month. So what they have to do, they have to set a budget for running their house and all the household needs for the whole month. So they used to set a budget in which they will set the priorities that yes, this all things we need to spend, so money is needed for this all things, okay. So likewise it is also saying that the budget is there, okay, the proper particular amount is there that a consumer has to spend on the two products, that is the sandwiches and pastries. And in the previous, like it was said that in the table it was shown that if a person is having 200 rupees, so there are the different combinations by which it can be expressed that like 4 units of this pastry and 2 units of sandwiches will cost to 200 rupees, or there are certain combinations. So likewise what I need, and with the given resources we have to choose that combination which will give us the maximum satisfaction, okay. So this budget line is what it is, the limitations, okay, that in the certain proper money amount only which all combination we can choose for these two products, okay.
Read the question carefully. Which is the utility approach to use? A. Ordinal. B. Cardinal. C. Neither. D. Either. Select the correct option and click Submit. Cardinal, as the store has to count the numbers required to stock up the shelf again.
Okay students, so this kind of questions we will discuss once we will discuss all the concepts. So here it is saying that a supermarket has a shelf with 5 varieties of detergent. On the start of the day, he has stocked the shelf with say X numbers. At the end of the day, stock reads as follows. So it is saying that cardinal, ordinal, neither, either. Okay, so obviously the cardinal has the store that has to count the numbers required to stock up the shelf again. So why we are saying cardinal? Because cardinal concept only said that it can be measured in numbers, because we have to see the options also. In the option there are 4 options, that is the ordinal. In ordinal the numbers are not expressed, so that is why it is like rejected. Cardinal, the numbers are expressed. Now it is saying either and neither. So either cannot happen because this is the wrong one, and neither is also not because there is one thing. So that is why it will be the cardinal one. Okay. Yes students, so now as we will discuss it in a more detailed manner, it is saying that the approaches to understand the consumer demand. Okay, so the consumer used to demand, okay, and the satisfaction level can be derived, or the utility is calculated or measured in 2 levels, that is the cardinal and ordinal. Yes, so likewise only please note it down in your notebook, okay. Likewise only you have to make the notes. So it is saying that the concept of this utility is basically in the 2 things, the cardinal numbers and the ordinal numbers, okay. So in cardinal numbers, what it is like calculatable, so that is why it is like expressed in number, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And then it is saying that each number has a value. Then the number can be added, subtracted, measured or compared. Why? Because we are expressing our satisfaction level in terms of numbers. So that is why this is a part of cardinals. Okay, but here it is saying in ordinal that ordinal numbers indicate rank. Okay, because why it is said like this? Because we used to compare the things. Okay, that is why the ordinal numbers are indicated with the help of ranks. Okay, but not the numbers. But these do not tell how much, of course, because it's a comparison. So exact thing is not like expressed in this concept. Okay. Okay, now there is an example. Okay, it is saying that so if Vijay, Ashok and Satish tells us that they stood first, second and third rank respectively, we know that the Vijay scored more than the other two. But when they tell their marks as 95, 94 and 60, we know the extent to which they performed in the test. Although the Ashok is on second rank and he has scored marginally less than Vijay. So the mark is an example of cardinal numbers and the ranks are the ordinal numbers. Of course, students, okay, ranks you people are aware of, okay, that the rank shows the top and afterwards the ranking, okay, but what the how this rank occurs, okay, so that is with the help of this all numbers it is said. So I guess this is the example is clear to you all people. Okay, now it is saying the cardinal approach, but also known as the utility approach. Okay, cardinal approach is also called as utility approach. Why? Because it is nothing but the utility concept only. So it is saying utility is understood as how much the consumer is benefited by particular product. Consumers demand those goods and services that bring them most utility. Of course, a consumer will demand only that good which will give them the maximum satisfaction. Now it is saying we can measure the utility and thus can use various statistical techniques to analyze and predict the demand. Okay, now there is an example. There are two options: eating in a restaurant and watching a movie. If I am hungry, I will assign more utility to eating in restaurant. If there is more than one restaurant, I will assign utility based on the food quality, etc. Finally, I will choose the one with most utility. So of course, according to your need, if you are getting bored, then you will go for watching the movie. If you are hungry, you will spend your money for eating in a restaurant. Okay, and in restaurant also, if we are having many options, so what we will do, we will choose the one who is having the best quality. So it is what it is saying that how we used to choose the things. It is saying we can measure the utility and thus can use various statistical technique to analyze and predict the demand. So how a consumer used to demand, it is saying as we are having the different options, we used to compare, we get the feedback about the different options and accordingly only we choose. So this is what it is also called as a rational behavior of a consumer. Rational मतलब क्या होता है? समझदारी के साथ logically. Okay. So consumers used to think rationally while choosing any product, or they used to demand for any product. So rationally consumer used to behave. Okay, that is what the concept we have already learned. Okay. Now it is saying about the ordinal approach. In ordinal approach, it is saying in this approach, goods and services are not measured but ranked in comparison to the other goods and services that we have already discussed. Now it is saying that based on the preferences of consumer, goods or services are rated, therefore utility of products can be compared. Okay, and by preferring a commodity over another, comparison is done. Of course, if you are having multiple options for a product, let's just say that if you want to eat a chocolate, so there are variety of chocolates are there. So which one you will choose that will be like preferred to the rest of the others. So in that way we will compare the things. Okay, example is there. The company making cosmetics asks some customers to pick their 3 best lipstick shades. This helps in identifying color preferences of their potential customers. So what happened if such kind of things were there, then the comparison is like easy, as more and more people will choose the the other part, that is when we are going to study about the statistics. So in that also this all concepts come. Okay. Now, as we have already talked about budget set, please note it down, this all things. This is only our notes about the different topics. So now it is saying what is budget set. So first of all, budget refers to the consumer's income. Okay, हम क्या कमाते हैं, that is only our budget. Okay, and accordingly only we used to spend it. So what is the definition of a budget set? Note it down, and we have to make the notes like this only. So it is saying a budget set is a collection of all bundles available to a customer at the prevailing market price at a given level of income, also known as opportunity set. Okay, so it is what saying that budget set is a collection of all bundles available to a customer at a prevailing market price at the given level of income. So क्या क्या याद रखना है इसमें हमें कि सबसे पहले तो इट्स सेइंग गिवन लेवल ऑफ इनकम, दैट इज अवर लिमिटेशन, कि हमारे पास जितना पैसा है हम उसी में कलेक्शन ऑफ बंडल्स, मतलब वो इतनी सारी कॉम्बिनेशंस हम चूज करें और वो कैसे मार्केट प्राइस जो है उसमें, जिससे कि हमें satisfaction level maximum मिले. Okay, and it is also, the budget set is also called as opportunity set. Now the example is there. Let's suppose the budget of a Mr. Jan is 7,500 to be spent on buying shirts. A t-shirt costs 500 and a formal shirt costs 750. Mr. Jan has to decide how many t-shirt and formal shirts he would want to purchase with his budget of 7,500. So for this there is a graph. Let's see that. Yes. So basically, yes. So here it is a graph. Okay, and a table. So the table is showing two columns, that is the t-shirt and the formal shirts, and there is a different units, and according to the price there are the different combinations. Okay, so like 500 into 50 plus 750 into 0, that the whole amount will be purchased for the t-shirt, or here it is saying that the whole amount was there to spend the t-shirt, and here it is saying that the whole amount will be spent for purchasing the formal shirts. Or in between, if we want to choose any combination कि थोड़ा ये भी लेना थोड़ा ये भी लेना, so there are the different combinations, and this combinations only is expressed here in budget line. Okay, कि ये इस point पे हमें अगर we have chooses 12 units of t-shirt and 2 units of formal shirt, so here this is the point. Okay, now the third point is here. So likewise it got expressed in graph, okay, which you can see in your book also. So likewise we used to draw this budget set and budget line also. Okay. So in this topic, what we have discussed about the cardinal approach, ordinal approach and budget set. So in cardinal approach, what we have discussed that the cardinal utility is measurable and it can be expressed in numbers. Okay, that is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Likewise, in ordinal approach, we have discussed that it can be compared only, and how we will express it. So we will express it in terms of ranking. Okay, that only shows our preferences. Budget set is what? Budget sets is the given level of an income of a person which they use to decide that how they are going to spend it on the different goods, and the combination which they use to choose that used to get located in a graph that shows the budget line concept. So this all things we have covered in today's session. So I hope you people have got this all. Okay, any confusion you can ask me, but the concepts will be clear more only when you will read it from the book itself. If you are not going to be develop this book friendly practices, it will be a trouble to you all people. As you all know that when the situation will normal, nobody knows. We can only hope for the best, but while we are struggling from this hard time, you have to utilize your time in a proper manner. Okay, only then this time will be like, utilized in a proper manner. You will not feel regretted in the later time. So just read your all the subject things, the subject materials while purchasing the book. If any confusion, you can ask me. So for today's session, this much only, students. Okay, the next topics we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.